Hey, it's Anna, how are you? I am an English learner and the founder of MyEnglishTeacher.eu. Today I want to show you generations with their characteristics, what they are known for. Which generation are you? If you know the answer, comment it below right now. If you don't, stay with me because by the end of this video you will know which generation you are. Let's start with our first generation, lost generation, from 1890 till 1915. The term lost generation came from a statement. All of you young people who served in the war, you are all a lost generation. It was said by Gertrude Stein. The lost generation was the first generation to be labeled in history. Our next generation is Interbellum generation from 1901 till 1913. This generation is in the lost generation but is specified to have a different name. Because people born in those ages were too young to serve and fight for World War I. And they were also too old to fight for World War II. Let's jump to the greatest generation from 1910 till 1924. The greatest generation grew up and most likely fought in World War II. They fought in the Civil War for their rights. Women and men all combined powers to make their country a great one to live in. This is why they are the greatest. And then the silent generation came, from 1925 to 1945. This generation is silent because they would not speak out against the government. They seem not to want to make a change or difference in the world. In contrast, they lived their lives hoping to have enough to survive. What do you think of silent generation? And here is my absolute favorite generation, maybe because I love kids, the baby boomer generation from 1946 till 1964. This generation grew up in a time when the United States was prosperous and the economy boomed. Birth rates were at an all-time high, no more world wars were going on, and the world was at peace for a while. So everybody was busy making kids. This makes sense. The next generation is Generation X from 1965 till 1979. Generation X is known to have the highest rate and highest level of education in the United States to this day. This generation grew up in a world of wars and historical events. As you can see, there are only 3 generations left. But as we live in 2020, there is one more generation, our current generation. I will tell you about it super soon. But now, let's jump to Cenels from 1975 till 1985. This generation is known to have more traditional relationships. These relationships are the kind to exist before social media and dating apps. We are almost at the end. Let's talk about Generation Y or millennials from 1980 to 1994. This generation is being more independent with their opinions and choices. Global warming became a real issue during the adulthood of this generation. They are more likely to be cautious of energy conservation and saving the earth. And our last but not least generation is Generation Z from 1995 to 2012. This generation is less likely to attend church and have a strong relationship with God. They are more likely to rely on themselves. They do not like to be under control by the government or other authority figures. The only generation I left out is Generation Alpha, because this is the newest generation, from 2013 till 2025. Since they are still babies, their characteristics are not known. Let's hope they will make a significant impact on our world. So which generation are you? Please comment it below. I hope you enjoyed my brief overview of generations. Please give this video a thumbs up, it's super important here on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to subscribe!